Hello, shiny happy people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm the Cinema.Sewist, and on this channel, I'm creating a cinematic wardrobe utilizing a little bit of creativity and a whole lot of dedication. I am doing something quickly for you guys because I think I have hinted this for quite a while, or at least I felt like I had to give a follow-up video on my plans from August, September last year. So instead, what happened, or what's going to happen right now, is instead of presenting to you what I did actually fulfill from those plans, is I'm going to show you everything that I made throughout the second half of 2024. I made quite a bit of things, but I was also slacking a lot. So there's some items from the video from August, September that I have not made. I made other things instead. And generally, it was, again, probably not as prolific of a year as I wanted to. In fact, I have, I think, sewn less than in previous years, but that's also due to the fact that I moved and then I'm renovating. I'm currently still renovating my kitchen. So that takes a lot of time, of course, as well. But irrespective of that, I just wanted to show you what I did manage to sew in the second half of 2024. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I guess to start things off, I have to say that I made a lot of things that were based on knit fabrics. Lately, I'm sewing a lot with knit fabrics. It's based on, usually I sew a lot of gym wear, a lot of also some swimwear as well, and just dresses that I know come together quickly if I'm really wanting to sew something and I'm kind of in a slow sewing mode. Then I whip up one of my favorites, which you probably know from, I think I did talk about this previously quite a bit. It's the Sophia dress from Gertie's Charm Patterns from her Patreon page. And yeah, I made another one. Long story short, I did announce this in the last plan video because I had this jersey that reminded me very much of Dolce & Gabbana from the print, right? And so I had 2 yards of this, so I made a slim Sophia dress for one. And then I went out and made Tonica bralette, which is by now kind of a staple in my wardrobe, especially when it comes to gym wear and also for swimming. So I make these for both. And I made for the very first time the Anything But Basic shorts, which is based on the pattern from Anything But Basic leggings. This is a completely free pattern, so you can get it completely for free. And I have to say, this is such a cool pattern. You're going to see more of this moving along. But I have tried the shorts out first because I always wanted some gym shorts for working out. And the problem usually is if I buy shorts, then they roll up on me. I have strong thighs, and depending on how I move, if I do lunges and stuff, I end up with a rolly mess. So what I did in the end was I added silicone elastic, as you can see here, and this holds like a bomb. I can't even tell you how good this holds. This is super nice, and it's great. I've done yoga in this. I've done HIIT workouts in these, and my dance workout, like my Bollywood dance workout, I've done in these too. Nothing. Like, you do jump squats, you do everything, and they just pretty much hold in place. You really have to go rough until something moves from the elastic, but barely, like really barely. And I remember in the past I had bought similar shorts with silicone elastic because they were advertised as being the best thing ever and they wouldn't roll up. And sadly enough, they did roll up because simply from the standard sizing, the elastic was too small for my thighs. So that is the actual game changer here. I can choose how much of elastic I put in here so that yes, it grips, but it doesn't cut in, and with that it stays in place. I think I actually I didn't go under the circumference of the leg just because it does stretch then and it holds nicely in place without, you know, making you look like you have a sausage leg, if you know what I mean. So this is the first version of these shorts with the tunica bralette and the Sophia dress. You will have seen the pictures of me in these things as I talk about them. And then I was a bit on a rampage and I was like, I want to make these shorts again. And I did order a fabric, I think it's from LA Spandex, and they have very fancy spandex types, like with hololycra and all of that good stuff. Really fancy stuff, but they're not very cheap, especially when you consider their shipping, which is like they double their shipping if you order 2 yards of fabric instead of one, which is then why I only ordered 1 yard of this fabric. I have not shown this in the plans video. Like I said, this was after. I bought this afterwards. But I found this so fun. And I live in Miami, so this is kind of apt. Everything is about money in the city, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to put it. Anyway, these are my second shorts of those. They fit just as well. I must say, from a fabric standpoint, these are not as comfy as the other ones, so I prefer the other ones over these, but these are nice as well. I did try to ruche the butt in the back, which hardly has an effect, to be honest, when I wear them. So I did make two more, but in the capri and in the leggings in the full length. And I just didn't bother doing the ruching. I only did this for the two shorts. And again, the same elastic here for the thighs so that everything stays nice in place. And then I had a second, no, this is the first tunica bralette, the matching bralette, like front and back. Very simple. And I had just enough fabric to cut out another tunica bralette, but without making the band out of the same fabric. So I used the shiny spandex from Kiki Textiles. So I have a bunch of leftover from that, and I did actually use this on something else, which you're going to see in a moment. So this was outfit number 2.5, utilizing the Anything But Basic leggings by, I think it's by Creek Patterns. I'm gonna list it down below, but I have forgot the name. I'm sorry. So like I said, I then moved on to even more tunica bralettes and more Anything But Basic leggings. The first one is, this was the full length version. And I haven't shown this fabric either, so I'm going to show it to you now. I did buy this on Spoonflower. I am actually a fan of the designer. I think her username is Graph Cuts, and she makes the cutest, mainly cat-related designs, but also other animals. But they're so cute, and I've bought quite a few designs from her at this point. But the one design that I always wanted to buy and that I now bought is the little wrestling, the Mexican wrestling cats. So I bought a yard of this. And if this is not the most epic design, then I don't know what is. I love this so much. Um, it's on her Spoonflower profile, and I'm going to link to it. So as you can see, the pattern meets not perfectly in the middle because I only bought 1 yard of fabric. Just to throw that out there. I wanted it to be as, yeah, economically um, senseful as possible. So yeah, there's that. But on a brighter note, on the sides, the pattern is on the same height. So that is pretty cool. So I managed to do that with the 1 yard. And as you can see, the waistband this time is again from the shiny spandex, satin spandex from Kiki Textiles. So this is where I use this again. If you don't have enough fabric, then you utilize some plain, not patterned fabric to combine. So this is what I did here. And then we have the matching Tunica bralette again, front and back. Yeah, I think this pattern, this fabric is so cute. She has it in more with more background colors, and I'm probably gonna get more. Yeah, because this is very sweet. And I must say, now going with generally these combinations that I made of quite a few, as you can see, the past few months, I prefer wearing this over any bought sports bra, any bought leggings pattern at this point even. And that is actually pretty good because it means that I don't have to shop for gym attire. I can just make my own, which is really nice. And then I have the version number 4. This is the capri length, and this fabric I did show. This is again from Spandex by Yard, same as the Dolce & Gabbana-esque print. So this is like the psychedelic print. I also had 2 yards of this. Like I said, this is the capri length. And the cool part is that the length, at least for me, is accurate. I'm 5'11", and that is quite surprising that this fits the way it does. And also from the circumference about around the, it's kind of like mid-calf where it hits, a capri length. And it is the perfect circumference as well. I made all of these, just to throw this out there, the anything but basic leggings in whatever length I made them, they are all made in the straight size 10. So if you look at the pattern, these are all size 10. And for all versions, I utilized the wide waistband. There's also a version with a small straight waistband. If you're more into that, I wanted the wide waistband. And again, what a shocker, another Tunica bralette. And like I said, from that fabric, I had 2 yards, so I made another swimsuit. I still have not experimented with the different bottoms pattern. This is self-copied from bought a bought swimsuit that got retired after a while. I must say I have 2 patterns for bottoms, which is like underwear patterns from Vicky Sews. I can show them right here. And I want to try those out for the swimwear. So I'm gonna let you know how that comes about. So this pattern I unfortunately cannot share with you because it's not a pattern, it's just a copy from my old swimsuit. But then again, Tunica bralette, this time with a wider bottom band. So that's how I can differentiate between this one for the swimwear and the other one for the gym. But generally, as you can see here, I'm just pointing it out to you, I'm always lining this with mesh as well, the swimsuit, that is. The gym where I don't need to add mesh. Now, let's move into something woven, shall we? I did I did announce that I was going to make the Cynthia blouse again by Vicky Sews in a fabric that I bought in Milan. Very pretty fabric, a very loud fabric, something where I was instantly was like, yes, a white shirt, that's it. And so I did that, and this is the result. And I am beyond happy with how it came out. Um, Let me maybe just close 2 buttons so you see it more as a blouse. And of course, I'm also going to show pictures of this. But yeah, so this is the blouse, the Cynthia blouse. And I told you about that flaw, which is why the fabric was cheaper. So the only area where I have that flaw, I actually decided to put it dead center in the back. Because, and yeah, when I hold this up, you may be able to see it quite a lot. When I'm wearing it, you don't see it because of this pleat. So I've centered the flaw exactly in the middle of this pleat. And so it falls usually, did I hold this right? I hope so. Uh, so it typically falls so that you barely can see it. And the print is so loud, it doesn't even, it's like it's supposed to be there. If I hadn't told you, you would have never guessed. So there is that. Or you would have said I did this on purpose, which I kind of did. Yeah, I got some buttons from my stash, some nice neutral buttons, also on the cuffs. And I even made some hand-sewn buttonholes. Not pretty, but they're for me, so it's all good. Yes, so that is the perfect blouse. If you remember, I did want to make the Jacqueline trousers as well to make it kind of as a pajama combo, but I noticed that I could not. I did not have enough length. I should have bought maybe a meter more when I was in Milan, but I'm not, yeah. I decided to go and trial the Hunter tank by Jennifer Lauren Handmade. So this is the Hunter tank top, which is cut on the bias, so it gives it also a different look. Now I wouldn't wear this together with the blouse, not necessarily, but I think it's a cute top. It's I think it is a little too short on me. I do have pictures. I'm going to show them. I'm not super enthused about the pictures, so I never even posted them on Instagram because I did gain a little bit of weight in the second half of last year, and I was just like, yeah, this is not, I wasn't too convinced. Let's put it that way. But I like it regardless. I might try next time to lengthen the pattern so that it does not show too much midriff, although on the other hand, I mean, who cares? I can also show midriff. It's not that bad. But anyway, that's the second piece I made out of this fabric. I'm super happy. I still have a little bit of fabric left to use in pant pockets or whatever. I'm toying around with some ideas with leftover fabric, but that's going to be part of a different video. Right now, it's all about what I made. So that was that. And then I did say that I was going to make something out of this liquid satin looking type fabric. And I said I would make the Jacqueline trousers. No, actually from the other, I wanted to make the Mara pants. That's what it was. These are the Jacqueline trousers and I made them and here they are. Very happy with those. These are super cool. I'm sorry for the creases. I did not iron them prior to making this video. Shocker. I know. I've just, and I only now remembered that I made this. I completely forgot that I made this, and I wore it actually in October for a work event together with my Tony Monero blazer, and the top I made for the Scandal and Sorrento outfit, it looked very nice. What I did do this time differently for the Jacqueline pants, because it typically is like a straight-legged pants without a cuff, but these are notoriously too long for me. Every time I cut them, they're way too long. So I added a cuff on the bottom, which I am actually super hyped about because it gives it more I think it gives it a little bit more the Marlene Dietrich look. Yeah, yeah. Marlene Dietrich or Katharine Hepburn look. So I do dig this quite a lot, and I will use this on other iterations of very long pants because, yeah, I like me a good cuff on a wide-legged pant. I'm going to start with the only non-Cinemake item, and then it's just the Cinemakes. I did make, so you're seeing this blouse that I'm wearing, and I did talk about this in my last video, but I did do a trial version beforehand because this fabric was very dear to me. It was only 1.8 meters. I was like, I can't get this anymore. I bought it in Barcelona, la la la. So I made the first version in yellow, and here it is. This is a fabric from my stash, fabric I inherited from my mom. It's very old. It's probably around 15 to 20 years old, I would say, at this point. And yeah, now I finally used it up. For this blouse, I'm just closing a couple of buttons to show you. I did add some crystal-like looking buttons, which look very cute, I find. And yeah, this is the Edwidge blouse from Vicky Sews. Made it in a straight size 40. And I like this. I like the style of it. I like the white sleeves, the super long cuffs, also with 4 buttons each, as you can see here. And yeah, this is very elegant. I like this in this kind of jacquard look. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a staple in my wardrobe because it's a plain color, so I can wear it with a lot of things. It's very comfortable and it looks very chic. So there you go. That was that. Now, Cinemakes. I have 3 to show you, and then I'm out. The first one was from Halloween. Again, Kiki Textiles, spandex. This is the Starlet gown from Charm Patterns. And did I lose one of the... Oh yeah, I should have attached one of the... That's the only thing, because in the back you can see I added trim, but the one gave up on me that day and I haven't fixed that so far. So you can see this is the long skirted version, and I haven't even hemmed this. I was planning, and I'm still planning to do that, because okay, it's the sleeveless version. First off, it's with the cowl neck, all that good stuff. I'm going to show pictures. And I am planning to make this more of a day dress, although I'm going to keep the trim, like with the back. Don't care. I could put a blazer over it and you would never know, even in office. I wanted to shorten the skirt, so take that fabric off. That's why I didn't hem it. And then use that excess fabric potentially to make sleeves. So I would have to open this all up. And yeah, I was going to have some fun making this into a knee-length version to get more wear out of this, because right now I would probably never wear this again because it is just for evening events. And if I have a new evening event, you know what? I'm going to sew something new because I have so many ideas, so much fabric. This is not going to be like a staple going out dress that I wear 30 times. So yeah, there is that. Okay, the other Cinemake is quite heavy, and I'm only going to show it to you briefly, and I don't have the, what is it? I don't have the waistcoat and the pants right here, so it was the Britney pants. Waistcoat is from McCall's pattern. Blazer is from the McCall's pattern, and it has the grommets. This is in dedication to the movie Death Becomes Her. I do have to admit, I have a little bit of a problem with the jacket, with the large grommets. So as you can see here, because these are not hammered in, the large ones, these were the only ones that were clip-ins. Of course, the fabric is coming out when you move too much, so I have to rectify that. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna let you know if that works. But yeah, I'm still very happy with this blazer. And I'm also happy with this blouse, which is the Bertha blouse. If I'm not mistaken, it should be the Bertha blouse. In this cute kitty fabric, again from Spoonflower. This is the cotton silk, which I tried for the very first time. It is very nice. The only problem that I have, and you may see this up front here, and this is again from the grommets. So this is me experimenting with stuff and then finding out some things, and some people might go like, "Oh no, this up." I was at first like it too, but I'm not too fussed about it because I think I can even rectify that. Yeah, the grommet on the inside was rubbing against the silk, and yeah, it is. I don't even know if you can see it. Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's okay. It's all right. This is just one of those things that happen when you experiment. And that is all that it's about. You experiment every once in a while, right? But yeah, I'm very happy. This took way too long to make. I was procrastinating heavily on this thing, which is also why I did end up not making a lot of things that I wanted to make. But I'm still going to showcase it to you because I'm very proud of this. Actually, this is my proudest make of 2024, I would say, even though it has flaws. And finally, my Christmas Cinemake from Sex and the City 2, which is the uh, Samantha Jones dress. And I have the dress here. So this is the dress with a hood and a cowl neck. So it has a huge cowl neck. The pattern itself is the Barbie dress from Gertie, again, from her Patreon page, with the skipper skirt, again, also from Patreon. The hood I can link down below. I only use that pattern piece, but I like the dress actually from where that comes from. I might trial that because it's pretty cool. And then I have, I'm going to show you quickly those because they are separate. These are the star of the show. These are actually the epaulettes that have been sitting on top of the dress, as you can see, with chains, spikes, rhinestones, all that good stuff. And yeah, this was a really cool make. I had to really speed this up. I was furiously making these epaulettes on the day of the event, but I managed. I almost lost my nerves, but I managed. During the party, I lost a bit of rhinestone, so I have to fix this. That's why it's still here in the sewing room. And also, I had developed a bit of a problem with the method of having like brooch needles stuck into the dress because it made on one shoulder it made quite a big hole. I was able to fix the hole, but then I was also like, okay, let me permanently fixate these on the dress and then add like a bra strap holder on the inside so that it stays in place. I think that is the way to go instead of the brooch needles, because the brooch needles cause too much damage. But yeah, this is my Cinemake for Sex and the City 2. Very, very excited about this, actually. This was a huge hit at the Christmas party. Uh, yeah, go figure why. But yeah, this is I'm so happy that I made this dress. I was eyeing this for ages, and yes, this is a very proud make of mine. That's all I have for the second half of 2024. So let me know what you think. Let me know what's your favorite. Let me know if you got inspired to maybe utilize one of the patterns for your own sewing. I would love to find out. I always love to hear other people also delving into the same patterns. And it's just like the curiosity of seeing someone else making the same pattern and make it their own. And yeah, just seeing the different versions of how things turn out. So yeah, make sure to comment, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more of this. I got more in store. Like I said, it's going to be a new Make 9 coming, even though January is over, but I have a different approach, which is why it is kind of apt that I'm a little late on this. So bear with me. And yeah, I'm hoping to see you all very soon. Make sure to get something into your life that brings you joy, because that is what it's about. And I'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye bye.